You know, ancient people walked a different path. They saw the world with open eyes. Nature was not just a backdrop, it was the very center of their lives. The sun was a god, the moon a guiding light. Rivers were veins of the earth, and mountains held ancient power. Everything hummed with a life force. They listened closely to these rhythms. This connection was born from necessity. Survival was a daily dance with the elements. Nature gave them food, offered clean water to drink, and provided shelter from storms. Plants were their first medicine, and animals were their kin, sometimes their prey. To understand nature was to understand life itself. Its cycles of growth, decay, and rebirth shaped their understanding of time. Beyond survival, there was a deep spiritual bond. The natural world was sacred ground. Forests were the first temples, and caves were places of vision. Many cultures believed spirits lived in trees, rocks, and water. These spirits were not distant, they were active participants in human affairs. This belief fostered immense respect and created a feeling of belonging to a larger, living whole. Today, we often see nature as something separate, something to be used or visited. For ancient cultures, this was unthinkable. They did not live the earth, they lived the earth. Every rustle of leaves, every birdsong was a message. Their world was vibrant, filled with meaning given by the wild. They knew their lives depended on this intricate web. This deep knowing shaped their every action. Consider ancient Egypt, a civilization cradled by a river. The Nile was more than water, it was the lifeblood of the land. Each year its floods brought rich silt. This black earth made the desert bloom, allowing crops to grow strong. The Egyptians saw the Nile as a god, happy. Their calendar, their farming, their very existence revolved around the river's generous pulse. Across ancient Europe, the Celts held trees in high esteem. Oak trees were especially sacred. Druids, their wise priests and priestesses, often met in forest groves. These were their natural cathedrals. They believed trees connected different worlds. The roots touched the underworld, while the branches reached for the heavens. Festivals like Beltane celebrated the new growth of spring. Nature was their teacher and their place of worship. On the vast plains of North America, many indigenous tribes lived in harmony with the bison. This mighty animal was a sacred gift. It provided almost everything they needed. Food came from its meat, clothing and shelter came from its hide, and tools were made from its bones. The bison was respected deeply. Its spirit was honored in ceremonies, ensuring the people's survival and cultural continuity. In ancient China, people sought balance with nature. The practice of feng shui developed from this desire. It means wind and water. The aim was to arrange homes and cities to align them with the natural flow of energy. This energy was called qi. Good qi brought health and good fortune, while bad qi could bring problems. Living in harmony with nature's energy was key to a good life. The Egyptian bond with the Nile was unique. Its floods were powerful yet mostly predictable. This gave a sense of order to their world and allowed for sophisticated farming. Their gods were born from nature. Ra, the sun god, sailed across the sky daily. Osiris was linked to vegetation and rebirth. Their entire cosmology was painted with the colors of the desert and the river. This shaped a resilient and enduring culture. The Celtic connection was uniquely mystical. Nature was a veil to the other world, a magical realm thought to be close by. Ancient mounds or deep pools could be portals. Their festivals, like Samhain, marked seasonal shifts. These were times when the veil thinned and spirits could cross over more easily. Nature was not just a resource, it was alive with enchantment and ancestral presence. Native American traditions held a unique view of kinship. Many believed all beings were related. Humans, animals, plants, even rocks and rivers all possessed a spirit. The phrase "mitakuye oyasing," meaning all my relations, shows this. This was not just a pretty idea, it was a way of life. It guided how they treated the land and its creatures with respect as family members. The Chinese approach through feng shui was uniquely practical. It was an art and a science. They studied landscapes carefully and observed how energy flowed. The goal was to build and live in ways that supported this flow. This wasn't just about pleasing spirits, it was about creating healthy, prosperous human spaces. It was a deep understanding of how environment affects well-being. This was a sophisticated early form of ecological design. These ancient ways were not just old stories. They were blueprints for living sustainably. People back then understood limits. They knew the earth needed care. They saw themselves as part of a larger family of life. They took what they needed and often gave back through rituals and respect. Their survival depended on this balance. They knew this truth in their bones. This ancient wisdom speaks loudly to us now. We face big challenges with our environment, the air, the water, the climate. Old cultures can teach us valuable lessons. They teach about respect for the earth and show us how everything is connected. They remind us we are not masters of nature, we are part of it. Our health is tied to the planet's health. We can learn to see the world with new eyes, the way ancient people did. Look for the life in a simple tree. Notice the patterns in the clouds. Feel the energy of a flowing stream. Listen to the wind. Small acts of attention can change how we feel. They can change how we act. This appreciation can grow into a desire to protect. It helps us find our place again. The past holds vital clues for our future. Let us learn from these ancient traditions. Let us protect the wild places that remain. Let us find our own ways to connect with the earth. It is not too late to heal our relationship with nature. Just like in ancient times, our well-being depends on it. A healthy planet means a healthy future for all. This is a path worth walking.